Well, I hope you had a good time of rest and relaxation over the Christmas holidays and were able to spend some time with your family. And then the New Year's celebrations came along. I hope you enjoyed that wherever you are in the world. And now it's time to get back into the regular weekly routine of Forex analysis. Hello everybody, this is Rick Ray from rickrayfx.com/profile. That's my website you see on the screen there, which I always share with you, where you can go to find out more about Forex trading. So here we are starting off a new year, and this is the regular weekly analysis that I always do. I took a break for the end of December and the beginning of January, but now we're ready to get started again with the first weekly analysis for 2024, and this week starting on the 8th of January. And so here we go. Let's jump into it and get started. All right, and as always, I share the fundamental analysis that's coming up for the week. And for that, we always have our go-to website, forexfactory.com, where we'll look at the high impact news that will be coming out this week. And then usually I will share the profit and loss, which I had from the previous trade setups that I shared with you, but as those were last year, there will be nothing to share in this first weekly analysis video of the year. But I will be sharing my pending orders, the trade setups that I have in place for this upcoming week, and I do that to be able to help you to make profit with your own personal Forex trading. So let's have a look at the forexfactory.com website. This is a screenshot of this upcoming week's fundamental news. And what you see here is a fairly light week. And we have something on Monday that's on the Swiss franc, and then nothing on Tuesday, a little bit on Wednesday and Thursday, the usual unemployment claims on the US data, which will come out on Thursday. And then on Friday, a little bit more. Just be sure and check forexfactory.com for your local times, as the times you see on the screen here, as I always tell you, are Asian time zones. If you live in Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, where I live, then those times would apply to you. But if you live somewhere else in the United States or South America or Middle East, be sure and check forexfactory.com for your local times. We're starting off this weekly analysis with a look at gold, XAU USD, and gold is slightly bullish on the long-term chart, the day chart, which I use for analysis. So I have a entry price for a buy limit on gold at 2040. And I'm sharing with you my stop loss, which I don't usually share. The stop loss is at 2030, a fairly tight stop loss for gold. And that being because this is a slightly risky trade. All right, we want to be careful as the week starts off and as we start to getting into the new year. Gold is overall long-term bullish, definitely. All right, but we could see a big correction back to lower prices. So with initially gold being slightly bullish on the long-term chart, be cautious with this first trade. Take a small lot size. 2040 is a very, very important zone. But you see we have resistance and support here just recently. And if we zoom in a little bit, you go back and you see you have that same level, 2040 here, back here, 2040 again, back here, 2040, very, very, very important support and resistance zone. So saying that means that if we should break below 2040 and then close below that, we could be headed for lower prices. And the next price I would expect would be below 2000 and perhaps even 1976. So just to say initially with this week starting off on the 8th of January 2024, be careful, be cautious with this first trade. All right, entry price is 2040 and stop loss at 2030. And if you were trading on Friday, the day of non-farm payrolls, it was a crazy day. It just made no sense at all, because the non-farm payrolls came out here on this candle, and the news was extremely good for the U.S. economy. And so that put pressure on gold, which dropped dramatically, and it looked like gold was going to sink like a sinking ship and continue down. And I hope you were not one of the traders that chases candles, because you would have got clobbered, because gold turned back around and went the opposite direction, and from a sinking ship it turned into a ballistic missile. And actually, from the low that it reached on Friday during the US session to the high that it reached before coming back down, that's a 400 pip spread. So you could have got clobbered there. In fact, gold ended up trading it closed about where it opened for the day. It opened at 2041, closed at 2045. So some big movements because of the non-farm payroll news. And as I have said so many times, when you see this high impact news come out, it's oftentimes a knee-jerk reaction. And it's my advice is that you sit out those high impact news items and let the market settle down, let the market sentiment decide what they're going to do. There was a lot of indecision here with this 400 pip spread that we saw on gold in just those few hours after the release of the non-farm payrolls. So, you don't have to trade every day. You don't have to trade every hour. You don't have to trade all the news items. The high impact news items, especially like non-farm payrolls, you want to be very cautious, be very careful. And for me, I don't trade the non-farm payrolls. As this example right here, you can see perfectly well why I don't trade the non-farm payrolls. Some people love to chase candles, and you really can get into trouble and lose a lot of money by doing that. So just for this first trade for gold for this year, again, the buy limit, entry price 2040 with stop loss at 2030. And then I'm sharing one minor trade this week. That's the pound New Zealand. All right, I have a buy limit on that one with the entry price at 2.0318. Let it come back down, do a minor correction to this support level that we have here. Looking at the major pairs for the trade setups that I have in place, the Euro US, I have a sell limit with the entry price at 1.1003. And then with the odd US, on the day chart for the odd US, I have no indication of clear direction, which means neutral. It's not bullish, not bearish, it's neutral. So if I don't have clear direction, if you follow me at all, for me that means no trade. The New Zealand US is in the same situation. It's neutral, no trade. And the pound US is the same, neutral, no trade. However, with the USD CAD, I do have a trade setup, a sell limit with the entry price at 1.3376. And then finally, the UJ, it looks like the Japanese yen, which was doing some nice recovery for a while, that has fizzled out. And the UJ is now bullish again when I have an entry price at 144.168. So there you have it, the first weekly analysis of many more to come for the year 2024. If you have any comments or inquiries or questions, just leave them below this video and I will get back to you. If you're totally new to this industry, you might be interested in my all-new basic Forex trading course, which is absolutely free, no obligation. Just send me a message on my Telegram. The Telegram ID is at rickrayfx, and I will add you to the group, and you can start learning the basic trading course, absolutely free, no obligation. Okay, that's it for me. I hope you have a great day wherever you are in the world. This is Rick Ray signing off.